What's going on, YouTube? So just wanted to give a quick lesson, two quick lessons. Concepts of today are boldness and giving back. So today it is Saturday. It is a muggy Saturday, although the sun just went down and we were out here trying to get some sun. We actually have no idea where our kids are right now, which is actually quite amazing because they're usually here asking for mom and dad.
What do you think mom and dad are doing right now?
Earlier today, we had a guy come out from pest control. Our daughter had an allergic reaction, which we think may have been because of an ant bite. She has been bit before, so there were some ants near the front door. So anyway, we had a guy come out and spray. So he's out here spraying, he's looking around, and I'm assuming he went into my office and saw my YouTube subscriber count, saw my book, and he's like, hey man, I gotta ask you, are you into finance? I'm like, yes I am. So he just took a minute, kind of shared his story, and I was able to just like share, just some of my experience, and also just as a reminder to him, like, what you see here, like this did not happen overnight. Like this took time, this took effort.
My motto is, if you want to win the lottery, you have to make the money to buy a ticket.
At the beginning of the video, I talked about the first key point, and that's boldness. And the one thing that I want to give this guy credit for, so his name is Brandon. I'm not going to say where he works because I don't know if he's supposed to make small talk, with the clientele. But so with Brandon, the fact that he was willing to ask, willing to take notice, and the boldness to ask about me and what I'm doing and what I'm all about, like that takes boldness. And I'll be honest, like that's probably boldness that I wouldn't have if I was in his situation, because I was very much more timid, shy, just scared to make myself look silly. But the fact that he was willing to ask, like I respect that. The fact that he was bold and brave just to ask, what are you all about? Because this is what I'm interested. Like I want to be better. I want to grow. Like I want to start investing, and but he didn't know where to get started. So he was curious, so he just asked.
How did you do it, Frank?
Anything else that you thought about that?
No, I really liked him. I was like, wow, you could just tell that he was eager to learn. And most people, they don't want to bother somebody, or they're like, oh, I don't want to cross the line. But I feel like he was just bold in what he was wanting for his life, and he even said he wanted to surround himself with people that are like-minded and that are, that can influence him in a positive way. So I feel like he was really taking steps towards that, because he's like, okay, here's a guy that clearly looks like from your office that you're doing something that is working out. And so he just got curious, and I don't know, I feel like most people would not do that. They'd be intimidated to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think he expected your story to be one of you came from nothing to you built and learned on your own. Most people, not most people, but a lot of people, if you see something like what they have, you're like, oh, they come from money, or they have money, and it's no, we had nothing. It's your first paycheck, I don't remember, but it wasn't it just came overnight. It was a lot of learning and hard work and growth, and also surrounding yourself with people that are like that. So yeah, no, I liked him. I was like, how can we request him?
Being bold, the fact that he was willing to ask. And, I've talked about this in other videos, where you're flexing your buys, not your physical buys, but flexing your bold intentions. And I know that he mentioned he moved here from, I believe, from Alabama, and just came from a hard area, just kind of need to get away. And he recognized that, he needed to surround himself with people that think different, people that just have different aspirations, and that's hard. That's something I could 100% relate to, because that's not what I came from. That's not really what we came from. So just having to surround myself, and first recognizing I love my family, I love my friends, but collectively they only have so much experience. So how do I meet other people that can expand, the way that I think, the way that I can approach my business or approach my life? And so yeah, that was something I could totally relate to. So that was the boldness, and then the second part was giving back. I don't know if I pride myself on this, but recognizing where I came from, recognizing where I started, I was in his shoes. Like I was there, and I get it. And I've been around successful people that when in that situation where you've got this guy in your house, it's a Saturday, you're like, man, I just want to spend time with my wife, spend time with my family. Like, could you just give me some space? You know, I was like, I don't know. I just felt compelled, like wanting to like learn about his story and just like wondering like, man, if there's anything I can do to give him just a stepping stone, you know, just to kind of give him a little nudge, you know, in the right direction. So I don't do this a lot, but I gave him a copy of my book, which sometimes I feel like is, I don't know, I feel like it's like cheesy, like here's my book. But if he was interested to read it, boom, here's the book. But the other thing I gave him, and this was like, I think a bigger deal for me is, so I have my top 10 books of all time, and I have another video where I shared this, but the book I talk about all the time is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. And right now I only have one copy, and it's in my new studio up there with my top 10 list, and I gave him the only copy that I had. So gave him a copy of my book, gave him my only copy of Robert Kiyosaki. Obviously, yes, I'm gonna go buy another one on Amazon for like 15 bucks. But you know, it was just a gesture like, hey man, I wanna give you my only copy because this is the book that really changed how I think, the way that I approach things, like at the very beginning. And he had heard of the book, but he hadn't read it yet. So I'm like, dude, I'm gonna give this to you. One condition though, you gotta read it. Like that is the one condition, you gotta read it. And he said that he would. I believe him, Brandon's a good guy. So I think he's gonna read it. If he does, awesome. But he did say he's definitely going to subscribe to the YouTube channel. So I got me a subscriber, and while you're here, you might as well do that as well. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. But also one last thing I wanna do for Brandon. So as we were talking more, you know, he mentioned one of the things that he's working on right now is his music, is his rap. He saw have a Travis Scott Fortnite character in my office right now. This is something I bought with my boys, but he saw it. He's like, oh, dude, you're a Travis Scott fan. I'm like, man, if I'm being 100% honest, like I only discovered Travis Scott after he started doing the Jordan collaboration. So I love me my Jordan 1 Travis Scott collab, one of my favorite shoes. Side note. But Brandon mentioned that Travis Scott and Kanye are the only two reasons why he's rapping right now, like why he's still doing rapping and just putting his music out there. So I'm like, hey dude, you got any of your music online? If you do, drop me a link, let me know, I'll share it. I can't promise a lot of people are gonna check it out, but I'll do what I can to help you out. So he texted me a link to some of his music, which I'll have in the description. So if you don't mind, hook a brother up, go to Brandon's, I don't know if it was Spotify, I don't know what the link is, you'll see it. But anyway, go there. If you can like it, comment it, share it, whatever you can do for Brandon. The guy just willing to do the work, willing to do the grind, putting himself out there, you know, just seeing what happens. And that's one thing I think we all can respect, right? Just be willing to be bold and try and fail and learn and repeat and repeat and repeat. All right, y'all. You want to close this out, babe?
I don't know how to close out videos anymore. It's been just, I'm out of the game. What do I gotta do?
I think you gotta say, it's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome.
Oh, okay. It's your money, it's your life, and only you can make it awesome.
Peace.